Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek and Origins 2018. I'm sitting down with Dustin Culbertson and Michael Murphy. You guys are from Side Room Games and you brought us Black Sonata.
Yep.
Yes. So Black Sonata, it's our first game. It's on Kickstarter right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's a sort of a historic game where Shakespeare wrote a lot of sonnets about a mysterious woman that no one knows who she was. So the theme of the game is that you're kind of heading around London, trying to track her down. She has a hidden movement deck where she's sneaking around, and whenever you find her, you get clues to her identity. And at the end, the goal is that you'll figure out who she is, and you'll win.
Now, are we competitively trying to track her down or cooperatively trying to track her down?
So it's a solo game. It is made though you can play as a team. We actually, Rado did a review of it and he said he actually preferred playing with his wife, and so they played it together. But yeah, so it's a solo game and it uses hidden movement and deduction, which is pretty unique.
Yeah.
And so the basic way the game works is the deck, her movement stealth deck is set up at the very beginning. And so you will set up the cards in alphabetical order based on one of the specific paths you want to choose. So Z, Y, X, all the way.
I see. So it's this first letter here
Yep.
that we're looking at.
Yeah, and so there's 8 paths on the cards, and you can do them either A through Z or Z through A. And then there's another 20 paths in the rules that are set up as well. So you have total of like 56 paths you can set up.
Okay, so we either going all by the first letter on the gray line, or all the second letter on the gray line, or first letter on the green line, or so on and so on.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're different difficulties. So the top path she always moves, and then the bottom path sometimes she'll stay in place, which kind of makes it a little trickier because it adds more possibilities for her to beat. And so as you go through the game, she'll move, and then you'll try to follow her around and do searches. And the really cool mechanic for the search is, so let's say we end up getting in Bishopsgate, and we're going to do a search. So if we decide, okay, we're going to use this card, we put the Bishopsgate card underneath, and then you look through the keyhole, and if you see her, you've caught her. So for example, this one we didn't catch her. However, if you do, maybe we searched here, and you do a look, and you'll see her through the keyhole.
She is.
Yep.
Oh, so that's really neat.
Yeah, and so that way you know you found her, and so then you'll be able to get a clue card, which helps understand her identity. So for example, if you do a search and you're correct, you get Mary Montjoy. Now this card shows, okay, our Dark Lady for the setup is the Oak Leaf. She matches one of these traits with our Dark Lady. And so either it's she's married, she's promiscuous, or she, I think, is like a writer, artist. And so you'll go through and find more clues. And so, Winifred Burbage matches one of these. And, this Elizabeth Vernon matches one. And so as you start to get more cards, you'll say, okay, well, it can't be the ring because of this, or maybe it can be the rattle because of this.
There's your deduction piece.
Yeah, and that's the deduction piece. And eventually you'll get maybe to a point where you're like, all right, I've eliminated these for sure because I know that, but I'm not 100% sure on these. And once you finally, okay, I think I got her, and you find her again, you take a guess, and you'll see, and you'll reveal and see if you were right or wrong. So yeah, it plays really quick. It's about 30 minutes to start, and really once you kind of get into a good groove, you can get it in 15, 20 minutes. And it's so unique. That's why we just had to pick this game as our first game because like everybody really enjoyed it. It's been around in the print and play community. Did you mention it was the 2017 solo print and play contest on Board Game Geek? This was the big winner. It won most of the categories it was in, and so we contacted the designer John Keane, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do a published copy." Yep. So
now, are these all historical figures
Yes.
of people who were true to that time period?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. True to the time period. Some people actually they were. People postulate they may have been the Dark Lady that he referenced in the sonnet. So yeah, they're all historical figures. With most of them have accurate portraits. Some of them there are no portraits, but we kind of found ones that were thematically. But yeah, no, the Kickstarter's doing really good. It's about a week and a half in. We have overfunded, so we've hit a bunch of cool stretch goals to make the game kind of nice and fancy up the components. And we got another couple weeks. It ends on July 1st.
Fantastic. Well, what a strong showing for your first game.
Exactly, yeah. I know maybe we set the bar too high. It's like, oh man, we got to find a really good game next.
Well, I certainly wish you best in your endeavors to find game number 2, but if you guys are interested in Side Room Games' first published game, it is going to be Black Sonata. And Dustin and Michael, thank you so much for letting us take a look.
All right, thank you
for having us.